Yes, you can start, Dr. Anwar الأرحبي.
Okay, thank you very much. Morning for everybody.
Okay.
Today I will speak and we will discuss one of major problem that we facing, especially in female, that we facing by ourselves in our bodies. Everybody, maybe if I would do survey on this, all of this whole, we found a lot of vitamin D deficiency for us due to many points I will discuss here on the lecture, but it's very important. Yesterday, my dear professor, Dr. Muhammad Qaiti, mentioned for us sacroiliitis. Today, I will show you what also major problem we face, but for our bodies also. Vitamin D deficiency and low back pain. Vitamin D is fat soluble. This is the major food for us. Fish is the main one. butters and also الجبن البازيلا الخضار هذه كلها موجود فيها وهو يعتبر من الديتري supplement of our bodies. We found it, but the main problem it is not utilized by it due to bad metabolism for vitamin D in our food and in our habits. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin that plays important role in the calcium homeostasis, bone metabolism. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to the osteomalacia, rickets in children, osteomalacia in adults, and this is main problem for us. We didn't utilize vitamin D as proper use for our body. Almost we will, due to this point, we will lost our muscle bulk. We will lost bone bulk of us. Even we are still small. The subclinical vitamin D is associated with osteoporosis, increased risk of fall, and fragility of the fracture, and also difficulty of walking, difficulty of movement, difficulty of any muscular activities. Many conflict recent study now showing that association between the vitamin D deficiency, cancer, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, autoimmune disease, and depression. That's I mentioned our dear Professor Dr. Muhammad yesterday speaking about sacroiliitis. Sacroiliitis maybe we found it due to bad inflammatory reaction due to the deficiency of vitamin D deficiency. Handful containing significant amount of the vitamin D, this including liver oil, swordfish, salmon, candy tuna, beef leg, egg yolk. Egg yolk, almost of all food, they say it's forbidden. It will increase the cholesterol. Almost of us it avoided. This can lead to the vitamin D deficiency. Sardines, they said we need to them nearly every day to get enough vitamin D. Okay, thank you. خلاص okay. Skin color may be affect the vitamin D production. The color of the skin is determined by the pigment of the called melanin. People with darker skin typically have more melanin than people of the lighter skin. With more, this melanin pigment can also larger and darker. Melanin helps to protect skin against damage for excess sunlight. It acts as a natural sunscreen and absorb the sun ultraviolet ray to define the against sunburn and skin cancer. As I say, the sunlight it's very important in the vitamin D metabolism and to change it from the inert form to the active form, and also to make us can utilizing the vitamin D in our body. The darker skin, also this for us, I'm darker skin, make us this is some protection for us. Can for us we can utilizing the sun for more period. Exposure of the skin to make more vitamin D. Vitamin D is made from the cholesterol in the skin. That means they need to expose a lot of the skin to the sunlight. Some scientists recommended exposing the third of the area of your skin to the sun. The British Skin Foundation recommended daily sunlight exposure from 10 to 15 minutes for the lighter skin and 25 to 14 minutes for darker skin. For this point, if we remember when you study the burn and also the plastic, if we divided our body, every one limb of us, it's 9%. And the interior of the chest, it's 18. And the back, it's 18. This is, we should explain it for our patient. You can just only expose both of your hand or both of your leg. You will take enough sun for us. This is that, and also this exposure for this darker skin for us. It's important for us. This is more enough. The period just only 15 to the 10 minutes, or just half hour for the darker skin. Danger of the masked light, and this is the problem. We say for every patient, please expose your skin, but وهذه النقطة مهمة جدا يا شباب, that never it will be intoxicated if they for the sun exposure. We have another problem for sun exposure. This is danger of the much while the sunlight is great for vitamin D production. The period of the sun consequence of the too much of the sunlight, sunburn. وهذا زملائنا واخوتنا في عدن طبعا لو تطلب من المريض انه يتعرض لمده طويله للشمس, it will be sunburn, وهذه بتكون مؤلمه جدا له خصوصا في المناطق الساحليه في البيتش. الاي دامج, اللونج تريتمنت ممكن يؤذي لنا الريتنا. الايجنج اوف ذا سكين تشينج, هيت ستروك اكسبوجر, وهذه برضه في التعريض. السكين كانسر, the too much of the ultraviolet is a major cause of the skin cancer. هذه كلها ممكن نستثنيها كلنا لو رجعنا للسلايد السابقه اللي قلنا فيها انه ممكن المريض جست لي من 10 الى 15 minutes, او نخلي المريض اللي للدارك سكين الى نصف ساعه. all of this هذه ممكن احنا نتجنبها. وثاني شيء بنطلب من المريض في الايرلي انه يتعرض للشمس في الايرلي بيريود, معنا من الساعه 7 from 7 o'clock to the 9:30. هذه البيريود is a golden standard, not harmful, very painful. The patient will be improved منها, it can utilizing a lot of benefit from the sunlight. هذه we can expose it. This is the sources of the vitamin D that can we utilize them for him. This is pea flavor, yogurt, mushrooms, soft fish, cod liver oil, salmon, and also milk. This is the milk by itself, it's not containing vitamin D. Milk by its milk, it's not containing vitamin. But according to the recommendation of the World Federation of the for health, WHO, it's recommended to add it as additional to the milk from 1945 as one component of the milk. Fortified of the milk by vitamin D, it's increased according to the international units how we want for everybody. This is the milk by its milk, it's not containing vitamin D, but it's added vitamin D to it. This is that how sunlight it will be improved skin. As I mentioned in the other, vitamin D is one of the form of the cholesterol. Skin after exposure of the sunlight to the skin, it's changing from the 7D hydrocholesterol to the calciferol vitamin D3, and the liver it will be changed to a 25 hydroxy vitamin D. Dietary intake of the vitamin D also every day from this it will go to the liver and change it to the active form. In the kidney to the 1 and 20 dihydroxy vitamin D, maintaining calcium balance in our body. What's the function in our body to the vitamin D? Vitamin D is very important for bone health and calcium regulation. That's I mentioned it. Cardiovascular, cancer prevention, mood regulation, diabetic management, and immune system. 2 points we face it here on this slide. We face it by ourselves. We say it. It's bone health and calcium as a neurosurgeon, and immune system, and also in depression. One of the most important cause of the depression, it's a vitamin D deficiency. Very simple, just nutritional problem, but you can solve a huge problem. This is why etiology for why it's of the vitamin D deficiency, decrease dietary intake and absorption, decrease sun exposure, decrease endogenous synthesis. decrease hepatic catabolism, and organ resistance. And the last one, it is a genetic problem. But the main problem for us, it's decreased dietary intake and absorption, and decreased sun exposure. Both two problem, it will catastrophic for us. Even for us here, due to the cold weather now, we are exposing more than one layer from the clothes, and this is make very impossible to any sun exposure to our skin. And also, this is one of the WHO that say it's in a Middle East area, due to also to the for female due to the exposure of multi-layer clothes, it make impossible for vitamin D to metabolism in the skin and to change. And this is why we mentioned it. And if we now we are do survey for vitamin D deficiency and low back pain. And now we are finishing data collection stage, but we found it as early. We saw very huge decrease in vitamin in female. The decrease in vitamin D in female, they lose every female losing the muscle bulk, losing the bone bulk due to this problem. Pathophysiology: vitamin D play critical role in the calcium homeostasis, bone metabolism. With chronic and severe vitamin D deficiency, decline in intestinal calcium and phosphorus absorption lead to the hypocalcemia, leading to the secondary hyperparathyroidism. Secondary hyperparathyroidism can lead to the phosphaturia and accelerated bone demineralization. This can further result in the osteomalacia, osteoporosis in adult, and osteomalacia in the rickets in children. Osteoporosis, even we saw it now for the very small and very young female and very young male. The losing of the bone muscle, bone bulk. This is the sign and the symptom, and we shall say the joint and muscle pain. This is most important for us. We say it for every patient complaining, and we discuss it is decrease in vitamin, it is disc, or it is arthritis or anything, but nobody mentioned why this can happen. Why this weakness of the muscle bulk happen? Why the bone bulk lost? Softening of the bone, skin peeling and hair loss, problem with teeth and gum, visual impairment, sweating of the head, burning of the mouth and throat, weight loss and fatigue, easy fatigability. I think a lot of us here in the hill we complaining of us. Easy fatigability, maybe one of the leading cause of it is a vitamin D deficiency.
دكتور أنور دقيقتين.
كم؟
دقيقتين.
Okay, this is in the children, as we seeing in children. This picture we see it a lot of it in our children. Oh, it's a good, it's fatty, but it's a problem. It's a problem. This is not a good sign for the baby. Protruding of the forehead, large head, curved head, kyphosis, curved radius and ulna, curved femur, curved tibia and femur, enlarged hypophysis, protruding abdomen, enlarged epiphysis of the wrist, the breast of the ribs. As we see in this picture, we see a lot of our child. It's a big fatty children. No, it's not fatty. It's not healthy. It's a disease. This is a sick child. It's a small sick child. Sign and symptom of the muscle pain, bone pain, increased sensitivity to the pain, tingling pain and needle sensation of the hand and feet, muscle weakness in the body, part of the skin and the trunk of the body and upper arm and thigh, widening, whale working due to the muscle and weakness in the hip and leg. For this point, when patient just enter to our clinic or we see it, just see his gait. You can diagnose vitamin D deficiency due to the loss or imbalance gait. Patient cannot holding his muscle, cannot holding his body. Patient, it will be limping when he enter. History of the broken bone, easily broken bone, muscle twitch and tremor, muscle spasm, bowed leg with deficiency if it's severe. Height one in adult. According to the WHO, blood test check vitamin D. It's the cornerstone how to diagnose vitamin D deficiency. This is the standard level, but I mentioned another.
دكتور أنور time.
Okay, listen.
Already finished.
Two slides. Just
الله سلام.
13 nanogram per ml deficient, insufficient من 13 to 15, optimal من 50 إلى 70. Cancer for heart and heart disease should be 7 إلى 100. Excess more than nanogram. I'm sorry, but I will be hurry. This is the stage of the vitamin D. Here, this is we can apply to our situation. Less than 20, it's a mild deficiency. Moderate, less than 10. Severe deficiency, less than 5. And we see a lot of cases less than 5. How to manage it from birth? لازم نعطي له 10 ميكروغرام 15 ميكروغرام. This is the vitamin D classification treatment. Here إذا أي شيء supplement. لما بيجي لي مريض بيكون أقل من 7 أو أقل من 5 بنعطي له قوة 50,000 لمدة 6 أسابيع. Just for 6 weeks. بعدين بنعمل له الفحص. فيتامين د don't give it blindly. You should check it before and after. And this is very important for avoiding the intoxication. The patient don't give it blindly. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. دكتور أنور. الرجاء يا شباب عمل كود تحضير الجلسة الأولى. ممكن سؤال سريع، سؤال واحد سريع.
Thank you Dr. Anwar for good presentation and good lecture. Very nice lecture.
سؤال بس.
Yes, please question.
دكتور أنور إذا سمحت recommendation to do leveling of vitamin D for all patients with low back pain.
Yeah, no. I mentioned it now. Do vitamin D test. Do it and see.
For every patient.
For every patient, yeah. Due to our habits of feeding, we have a big problem. Due also to our habits, we can a patient not exposed. مش من عادتنا نحن نتعرض للشمس. الفيميل تقريبا ما فيش اكثر من 2 سم، ونتكلم انه 30% لازم تتعرض من الجسم، ثلث الجسم لازم يتعرض للشمس. فهذه بتعمل لنا في القريب. احنا عملنا الان احنا شغالين الان في سيرفي لعلاقه الفيتامين دي ديفيشنسي اند لو باك بين. تخيلوا الان تقريبا اكثر من 80% من الحالات دي سيفير ديفيشنسي، يعني اقل من 10 اقل من 7، يعني مش حتى انسفيشنت او اقل من 7 اقل من 6. وهذه هي المشكله فيها حبيبي انها حدث.
Is it response for just vitamin D
yes.
treatment alone?
لا with sun exposure. فيتامين دي هذه برضو كمان نقطة مهمة جدا. فيتامين دي as vitamin D without sun exposure not benefit. البيشنت ما بيستفيد.
دكتور أنور for information exposure to sunlight is in midday not in early morning. In midday other for calculating body surface area for each lower limb 18 and upper limb 9.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
هي الفكرة أهم شيء 30% of our body should be exposed to the air to the sun.
Thank you Dr. Anwar. Thank you Dr. Anwar. We proceed with the next lecture.
Enough. هي enough يا دكتور بس.
We proceed with the next lecture for Dr. Sabri Kwabos.